Let's talk about Mario Party, shall we? I have loved this game franchise since I was very young, and every year I would anxiously await to see what was going to happen next in the series. And while the games never were really filled with the most innovative, groundbreaking ideas, Mario Party never failed to give me some fun, multiplayer enjoyment with friends. That is until, well, Mario Party 9. You see, when ND Cube took over as the developer of Mario Party, things started to change. For the worse. I know, Hudson Soft, the original developer of Mario Party, actually moved over to ND Cube, and some of the team is still the same as it's always been. But there is no denying that something bad happened when ND Cube took over. So, what's wrong? Well, surprisingly, it's not the minigames. Even though every installment offers over 50 minigames, I personally don't think they've started to dip in quality. The minigames always offer a nice grab bag of fun things to do. Some are great, some are good, and some are just meh. But it's always been that way, even from the first Mario Party. The problem is two words: game boards. Or, as I like to call them, lame boards. The game boards are just not fun anymore. In order to figure out why they're not fun anymore, I think we need to find out what made the older ones fun. We're gonna kind of reverse engineer Mario Party here. Well, first of all, they had unique themes. They weren't just basic Mario settings. A bustling nighttime city with lots to see, a giant tree with branches that you climb around on, an oversized birthday cake, a high-speed moving train, an underground pirate cove, and lots more. Naturally, not every game board has been amazing, but for the most part, it was clear that Hudson worked towards giving us unique themes to play in. Meanwhile, in Mario Party 9 and 10, we get the most generic, unimaginative game board themes. It's like they said, hey, let's take the new Super Mario Bros. Worlds and just make horribly lifeless linear game boards out of them. So, you know, we got the unoriginal meadow theme, and of course we've got the bland summer ocean, and the haunted house board, and the magma volcano setting. None of these are fun. I do not want to spend any amount of time playing on these game boards. You can take all of these basic ideas for worlds and actually do something creative with them though. They're not flawed by default, but when you literally just create the meadow or the ocean game board, nobody's really gonna care to play on them because they lack imagination. Another reason that Mario Party game boards used to be so enjoyable were the orbs or the capsules that you could place around the board when it was your turn. I can't believe they actually got rid of these. They were so clearly a crucial part of the player's strategy, and they kept things way more interesting. You could set up all sorts of booby traps for your friends to land on, or even just pass by. I mean, in Mario Party 5 alone, there were so many capsules to use, and it made playing the game much more fun. Multiple branching pathways are also an important factor in Mario Party game board design. For the life of me, I cannot even begin to understand why ND Cube would think that designing completely linear game boards that have a beginning, middle, and end goal was a good idea. 'Cause it's not. It's downright terrible, and it sucks all the life out of the experience. Why does every modern Mario game now have to have some stupid flagpole at the end? What happened to exploration? I thought that was pretty fun. It's true that some game boards in the past have had an end section to their design. Pagoda Peak, for example, which is in Mario Party 7, has players climbing a mountain and then buying a star at the top, and then afterwards they're brought all the way back down and you repeat the process until the turns are up. But it's fun because the star prices keep changing at the top, there are cannon spaces to land on that shoot you upwards more quickly, and lots of other things are happening, like shortcuts can occur. It's not the end of the game when you reach the top, so you feel like anything can happen at any time. And speaking of things happening, the happening spaces are another key element that is sadly gone. Landing on these spaces would trigger some kind of an event that can help you out or punish you. Let's take the Toy Dream board from Mario Party 5 as an example. Just looking at this map, you can instantly see there are a lot of cool things to check out. Here are the locations of every happening space on this board. Seeing what happens when you land on these is super charming, and it adds a lot of personality to the experience. Finally, it should go without saying, but we need to be able to move individually of each other. The car concept was just horrible, and it went against everything that made Mario Party so fun. Sticking us all together in a vehicle where we literally move each other through the board? Horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Maybe as like some extra little bonus mode, fine, but as the main thing, ugh. I mean, I get that the developers' big obsession now is, we have to find ways to make the game go faster. But what good is moving the game along faster if it's just flat out not fun to begin with? I'll happily wait the extra 15 seconds for my friends to place orbs on the map or decide what route they want to take if it means that there's some kind of actual enjoyable strategy happening. I'm sitting back with a few snacks, relaxing and playing Mario Party with friends. We're not in a huge rush here. Nobody ever said, hey, let's play 15 minutes of Mario Party. It's a social gathering amongst friends or family. We're happy with this. There's no need to make it some sort of 10-minute experience. So, let's recap. Mario Party has gotten boring and downright painful to play now because everything about the game boards is not well designed. What do we need to do to fix them? Well, they need to be non-linear game boards with multiple branching pathways, and the theme for the board should be more clever than just generic New Super Mario Bros. Setting. They also need to bring back the capsule orbs so that players can feel like they're really messing with each other and adding some strategy to the game. And having a good variety of types of spaces to land on is definitely needed. Those happening spaces, like I said, are very important. Will Mario Party's game board designs ever return to their former glory? Well, I don't know, I mean, time will tell. But personally, maybe I'm a fool, but I'm actually kinda hopeful, and I look forward to the day when I can really enjoy playing a brand new Mario Party with friends because the game boards are actually well designed.